This is the big one, Fireteam. The Katanga Xeno Hive must be destroyed. We stop the spread here. Blue Team will advance ahead of you and rig the refinery for self-destruct. You'll follow and keep their path to safety open.
Shore party, remember this bird is too small for A-Grav. You unbuckle, you float. Until I fire thrusters.
A fire team from 3rd Platoon has point and is moving ahead of us. Their call sign is blue. We'll keep the sentry guns up so they can get out again. Xeno's inbound! Rearm the sentries! Fire team, we're seeing synth activity. Give me a sit rep, Molina.
Like somebody stepped in a fire ant nest. They're all stirred up. We're continuing inward. Watch our ass.
Figured these cabrones would shut down once we offed Computer Mom.
There is no evidence of higher-level organization. With Cynthia offline, they have no direction.
Herrera, we got hit by synths rolling up behind. We're sealing the doors as we go.
Acknowledge, Molina. We'll take care of them. Target-rich environment. Hold the deck, fire team. Fire team, spike a console for me. Esther, I want you to lock down all doors to forward and aft of our route.
The network intrusion will be detected. Expect a counterattack.
Grabbing ammo.
As expected.
Rearm.
They have detected me.
Grabbing ammo.
We must approach. Prehistoric moment.
Flamethrower! Don't let him in close!
Be on.
Another flame unit!
Grabbing ammo. Be on.
Burn through the door. That's the one Blue Fire Team sealed.
Aid kit's here. I'll cut it. Grabbing ammo. Prowler.
Blue Fire Team's advancing. Let's check the next set of defense lines. Sentry guns to starboard, friends, Ryan. Restock them.
Listen.
One of the egg crates the synths use. Busted open.
Maybe more. Be cautious.
Slap in fresh ammo cases. Just in time. Xenoswarm!
Grabbing ammo. Be on.
I see that.
Grabbing ammo. Heavy on.
Area secure. Blue Fireteam, how are you doing?
Busy, Herrera!
Their Fireteam faces multiple xenomorph assaults. 2 Marines injured, 1 severely.
You're at our outer defense perimeter. Get the sentry guns back up. Xenos heading your way! Warrior coming in hot! S, I want to lock down this whole damn tower.
I would need access to the damage control systems.
You're crossing to Likasi Tower. Enemy territory.
We have lost contact with Blue Team.
Hear that?
Whoa. Eggs. Don't get close. Melina, you read? Give me a sit rep. Fuck. Double time, people.
Listen.
You have reached the outer hive.
tight. Don't let them catch nobody alone. Damage control room's just ahead. That's what Esther needs.
Bypassing damage.
Hear that?
Let's lock this shithole down. Esther, you're in charge now.
Grabbing ammo.
Please install a wireless repeater on that console. That will allow me to override the system. This is certain to rouse idle xenomorphs.
Quiet.
Leon.
Initiating door overrides. Subdeck 5 through deck 35.
Tracking a drone!
Grabbing ammo.
Acid spitter! Watch for incoming!
Leon. Grabbing ammo.
Doors sealed and locked. I need you to access the HVAC system now. Thank you. I will isolate the air ducts by deck. Expect more xenomorphs to be roused by this.
Boy.
Warrior, headed to you!
on.
All sub-levels have been isolated. Maintain vigilance. Ducts sealed up deck 15. You are doing well.
Bypassing damage.
Sergeant, I see a very large signal.
Size of a goddamn truck.
Final lockdowns. Please, stay safe.
Hijo de puta guard queen.
Grabbing ammo.
All ducts sealed. Lakasi Tower is isolated.
We got new orders. It's on us to find Blue Fireteam and extract them, if possible. We don't leave our people behind. You know these things. Find Blue Fireteam. That's all. We are now officially on search and rescue. Blue Team made it through Katanga's last security since, but once they reached the Xeno Hive, they dropped out of radio contact. You're going in to find them. Look, flares on the deck. Follow them. Molina's Blue Fireteam passed this way. You're in their house. They could come from any direction. So, be paranoid. If you see something, shoot something.
Prowler.
the deck.
Grabbing ammo.
Corporal Delahaye. Grab our tags. Descanse en paz. Still 2 out there. Got a drone creeping on you!
Rearm. Grabbing ammo.
Clear. Keep moving.
Patching up. Aid kit's here.
Door's welded. Cut it. We know Blue Fireteam went this way.
Listen, I'll cut it. Prowler.
Easy little creatures. New signal. Watch its attacks. in there. Move. Red 7 calling Blue Team. Respond. Line 'em up! Clear. S, you got anything?
Katanga's critical systems are on the lower decks. If the Blue Fire Team continued to pursue their objective, they would have laid below.
Watch the outboard wall! Keep bleeding these pendejos? Will they burn a hole at the bottom of the hull?
Unlikely. Hive resin is acid resistant.
More Xenos!
Assistance required. Bypassing damage. Assistance required. Bypassing damage.
Patching up.
Drone, don't let it run!
Required. Bypassing damage.
Grabbing ammo. Rearming.
Fucking hell, they just keep throwing bodies at you, you know? Flares go across the catwalks. Keep on them.
Assistance required.
nearby is active. Please patch me in.
Rearm. Sentry deployed.
Accessing.
Grabbing ammo.
Stand by.
Cover Esther's hack! Priority target!
Grabbing ammo.
Death Guard!
Bypassing damage.
Rearming.
Analysis complete. Blue team used this console to disable the capacitor safeties.
They're still in the fight. They'd be headed to the core lift next.
Xenos closing!
Blue Fire Team, are you out there?
Listen.
Wander's welcome. Blue Team went that way. Cut it.
I'll cut.
Watch your ass!
The PDT. Close.
You hear me? Molina!
Lena, we hear you. We're close.
Copy! I'm not receiving. One clip! Logic! A bit of blood!
Private Brzezinski. Dios te guarde. Molina's close. Get her home.
I have a return on the final PDT. It's in that room.
Grabbing ammo. Patching up. 8 kids here.
Lance Corporal Molina.
We were so close. One fucking hallway. Eyes, topside!
This is the floor.
Down below! Infiernos al infierno! Praetorian!
Shut down enemy.
Hoorah, asshole! Get some, Fireteam!
Grabbing ammo.
One's big and pissed! Fireteam, we got updated orders. With Blue Team down, we're taking over point on this op. You're going to scuttle this fucking shitbox. You put the core in an override loop. That means going all the way to the bottom, the heart of the nest. The Xenos took out the entire Blue Fire team. Their mission falls to us. You're going into the heart of the Hive to rig the refinery for detonation. That will take out the Xeno Queen, her entire brood, and you if you don't move fast. You're gonna put the refinery into overload state. You need to do that from process control. It's at the base of Lacasi's core.
That is likely near the Xenomorph Queen.
Population, you. Don't forget to watch for eggs. Heavier shit's ahead. Before you enter the core, we'll restore the auxiliary lift. It'll be your egress. Self-destruct won't give much time.
Assistance required.
Door hit's locked. There's an active terminal. Try it.
Rearmed.
Bugs built a wall over the console. Great.
Grabbing ammo. Rearming.
Console's busted. New plan. You cut through the door.
Movement! Tito's first, then door!
Grabbing ammo.
Bypassing deck is required. Bypassing deck.
Get out a cutting torch. Next stop's the elevator.
I'll cut.
Swarm incoming! Incoming from behind you!
Hey, a lot of our people never made it off this rig. We're gonna get this done for them. Semper Fi.
Prowler.
Watch it. Sure to be eggs in these dark corners.
Grabbing ammo. Patching up. Aid kits here.
Drones, smash it quick!
Rearm.
Another damn drone!
The aux elevator. Get it powered up. After you start the overload,
ammo.
this will be your evac route. Let's nuke this barge. Hold at the core for briefing.
Rearm.
Haven't seen cocoons since. This is why we hunt Xenos. Remember that.
Some of these are recent. Wayland Yutani crew.
Bypassing deck.
Armored warrior!
room. Endgame. Prep while we brief you.
Fireteam, this is Colonel Ship. There are 3 systems you'll disable. Esther will guide you through the process. When all 3 systems are down, the reactor will build up to overload. You'll have about 2 minutes to reach that elevator you fixed. Get it done. Get home. That is all.
The lift will express you down to subdeck 5. We'll be waiting to evac you there.
Watch each other's asses. I want everyone home alive.
Grabbing ammo. 8 kids here.
Thought that catwalk looked unstable. You'll egress by a different route.
I am analyzing the control systems. Stand by. Please reroute the coolant away from the refinery core.
You got this!
Assistance required.
Watch for the stragglers!
Bypassing deck. Bypassing deck.
Catching up.
Movement!
Please, disable the safety limiters on the Kasi Core's auger.
Here.
Keep it up!
primary manual breakers.
You got him! Don't get tunnel vision! Get them in a crossfire!
Grabbing ammo.
Please input override code 260479 and press the button marked Shakti XS.
Back to the elevator, move! Dino Queen! Can't kill her, get the hell out!
Assistance required.
Move, move!
Assistance required.
Go, go! You can do this! Go, go! Stay out of the fire!
Assistance required.
Now, go around her!
Bypassing damage. Assistance required.
Buckle in, shore party. We're burning to escape debris scatter.
AUA Centennial poster. Guess somebody on Wayland's refit crew was a patriot. My abuela said our great-grandfather hated the United Americas, an alliance of every nation in South, Central, and North America, plus most of the Caribbean. He prayed failed every night at dinner. Said it'd be the end of Cuba's own culture. I wonder if we'll even celebrate the centennial. News from the Corps says negotiations with the Three World Empire are going well. I mean, there'll be treaties tying us together as the United Systems. Proggies ain't gonna like that. The UPP sees everything as a threat.
What did you find over there? Parliamentary solicit... This has to be from the Three World Empire. Whoever Wayland Yutani had running security on Katanga must have been lining up their next contract. The 3WE has a smaller military than they need. Every year, the Solar Parliament says they're going to expand recruitment. Every year, it gets tied up in committees. And every year, they end up paying twice as much for private military contractors from Wayland Yutani. They love bureaucracy over there. You blend the UK, Japan, and Europe, mix in technocrats from Titan and executives from Mars. About all they have in common is love of paperwork.
Hey, I'm hearing scuttlebutt around the squad bay. Talk that maybe Colonel Ship took this too far. We could have quarantined Katanga, right? Called in more ships? Listen, the Colonel knows about everything people know about Xenos. How they react, how their guts work. She knew that before she joined the Corps. When she was a teenager, she survived a Xeno outbreak. Little outlier colony. You would never heard of it. One thing she'll always hold to. Gotta kill them fast. The longer you wait, the more chance they got to spread. I don't know all the details, and you know what? It ain't my place to ask, but I do know she got a twin sister, Viola. Also, the ship went into a goddamn hive to rescue her. That's how she learned some of the shit she know about Xenos, watching close range from inside. Maybe. But by the time a battle group got here, Wayland Yutani would have their people in system. Executives and dog catcher teams, mercenaries and lawyers. They find something to cite that the Colonel don't got authority to override, Colonial Protection Act or not. Then they swagger aboard Katanga or land on LV-895 and fuck it all up real good. Xenos find ways. They hide, go where humans can't. Tight spaces, vacuum, deep cold. Wait for their chance. Come when you ain't looking. And don't expect them. But just don't go bringing it up with herself. Tu sabe? Colonels ain't in the habit of explaining themselves to grunts. Yo, it's just between you and me. You found old dog tags on Katanga. Shit. Rumor control. This don't go beyond you and me. Comprendo? The Corporal Olivia Ship, who owned these dog tags, that's our colonel. Some 20 years back, her unit responded to a Xeno outbreak at a Seegson colony. The survivors evac to an orbital refinery, Katanga, but the bugs came with. Shit went bad. A civilian with a grudge took control of the refinery. The rescue dropships got wasted, and Ship had to leave survivors through the station to the hangars. A lot of people got killed. Civvies and Ship's team. The bad guy herded them into Xeno ambushes, ground them up in the works. Now, Ship don't talk about how it ended, even with me. And I served 2 tours with her now. So don't you go asking her nothing.
Somebody printed a Hyperdyne Systems weapon brochure. On paper. Hyperdyne's whole damn business is based on virtual sales. They don't manufacture anything. They sell licenses for fabrication blueprints and ballistic software. When you order, they send a bunch of files over Hyperpulse. You load them into your own fabricator and hit print. Look, I know Hyperdyne is technically the enemy. They design small arms for the Union of Progressive Peoples. But they know how to run a business. Few colonies in the Hyades had heavy industry, and they were short on freighters. But every outpost had general-purpose commercial fabricators. Hyperdyne knows where the wind's blowing. That's how they survived as a UPP state enterprise when other Hyades megacorps got nationalized.
We told you that 25 years ago, Katanga was falsely reported destroyed. In 2175, Seegson had moved it to the Mid-Rim. 2 years later, the colony it serviced was overrun by xenomorphs. Survivors fled to Katanga, where the infestation spread. Colonial Marines responded to their distress call. It was a Marine who claimed Katanga was scuttled. A senior staff officer on site conspired to hand the young hive over to Wayland Yutani. Sadly, yes. General Delilah Vaughn, one of the conspirators responsible for the Frontier War in 2184. Before her disgrace, she rose to Assistant Commandant of the Corps. Colonial Marine officers conspired with Wayland Yutani executives to provoke a war between the United Americas and the Union of Progressive Peoples. The generals wanted a decisive war after decades of proxy conflicts and containment. Wayland Yutani merely wanted to drive arms sales. The Colonial Protection Act was passed to prevent such things from happening again, and Commissars was initially formed to monitor outside influences on the Corps. There were no reported sightings, not in any star system visited by humans, and not recorded by any vessel in transit. Most likely, Wayland Yutani moved Katanga to a location in deep space, far off the shipping lanes. They used it as an ant farm to breed experimental stock. When the company wanted to accelerate their experiments at Paula Station, they moved it here. Seegson reported something unusual on the far side of the planet from their settlement. It became the focus of the entire colony's efforts. The xenomorph outbreak began at that remote site and spread back to the main complex. The colonists ultimately abandoned the surface and fled to Katanga. Some evacuees proved to be infected and the infestation flared up again. There was discord among the survivors, unspecified personal grievances. A few deaths were involved. Forgive us if we don't identify the system. It's classified. The planet had suffered a global extinction event around 80 years previous. It was nearly devoid of animal life. Biomes had begun to collapse for lack of pollination. Acidic soil and water were spreading, and the atmosphere was growing over-oxygenated, which made it perfect for the massive rotation of Earth livestock. Judging by the embryo gene lines in their cargo manifests, the colony hoped to become known for its steaks. If you wish to review, we're always available. No need to warn us ahead of time. We have your schedule. A corporate intelligence report. Recent border activity by the Union of Progressive Peoples, a subject of concern to commissars as well. The UPP has been a rival of the United Americas and our nominal allies in the Three-World Empire for much of the last century. There are frequent confrontations with the UPP's space operating forces. Things were more contained before the Hyades revolt of the 50s and 60s. Lack of attention to corporate abuses in the colonies drove many to embrace the UPP's anti-capitalist sentiments. To summarize the current balance of power, we enjoy the most robust industry. Our 3WE allies possess the finest technology, but the UPP has the largest population base. Most Marines refer to UPP forces as proggies. They often call us corporatists.
Under my authority as delegated by the Secretary of the Navy, I have awarded you the Expeditionary Service Ribbon for heroic service. Upon loss of contact with a Marine unit, you advanced into a xenomorph hive and confirmed the status of 3 MIAs. You then completed their mission, resulting in the destruction of said hive. Your boldness and dedication are in keeping with the finest traditions of the Colonial Marine Corps and United America's Armed Services. Given this day, in May 2202, Colonel Olivia Shipp, Commanding Officer, 33rd Marine Regiment, 11th Marine Division. Some things don't belong in official reports. Katanga has been a stain on the honor of the Corps for years. If you haven't heard the details yet, don't worry about it. I'll just say I'm personally glad to see the place blown to hell. Report to Lieutenant Santos for debriefing. Dismissed. You scanned a xenomorph organ? Show me your data. Acid spray gland. Relatively intact. I'll give this a good review later. Spitters are interesting. Most forms of xenomorph charge and attack with claws and striking teeth. These things deliberately keep their distance. They have claws and teeth, and they'll use them if you're stupid enough to get close. Mostly they spray acid, like terrestrial oog-peaster beetles or spitting cobras. I've seen reports of ranges up to 25 meters. I'm damn curious to know what these things breed out of. We've seen spitters before, but not often, and this head shape is unique. They must come from something native to LV-895. Marine, I heard you found damaged armor aboard Katanga. Huh. That didn't just get sprayed with acid. It got soaked in a puddle. Probably from the corpse of a burster. There's a rich history of poisonous critters on Earth. Dart frogs, rough-skinned newts, the blue-ringed octopus. If a predator takes a bite, they die. Xenobursters take you don't dare kill it to a new level. Subcutaneous, high-pressure acid bladders that burst on death. It's a perfect example of xenomorph survival strategy. Doesn't matter if an individual dies, so long as the hive continues. When a burster's killed, it harms the hive's enemies, so they charge in, suicidally close. This is a morph we haven't seen before. It must come out of some species native to LV-895. I can't wait to see what that is. Oof. Is that smell you, Marine? You must have run into xenoshedding. You get a scan? Look at that. Not from a chest burster. It's way too big. Has to be from a Praetorian. When a xenohive gets big, around 300 individuals, the queen secretes royal jelly. They feed it to adult drones, and it triggers a second-stage metamorphosis. I don't think we know what that process looks like. Maybe they spin a cocoon. I'd love to know. Anyway, what comes out is a Praetorian, nearly as large as a queen. Mean as hell. They've got a head plate that's nearly impenetrable. They use it as a shield and for ramming attacks. Praetorians guard the queen and the deepest levels of the nest. They don't leave often. Good data, but you might want to hit the showers.
Hey, aside from Esther, I think you're the one I've spent the most time with. It was all running and shooting and screaming, but that's time. Right? Look, one of the Paula station crew was a spy for Hyperdyne Systems. We never found out what he sent off station. Maybe his handlers know all about the pathogen and the xenomorph outbreak. They could be on their way here now. Well, Weyland-Yutani used to own Hyperdyne, but now they're competitors, especially on the frontier. No government's claimed any of these systems. They're both dropping colonies all over, trying to beat each other to the best planets. And besides that, I mean, Hyperdyne's a big defense contractor for the UPP, right? Shouldn't we be worried about this starting a war between them and us? The pathogen could be a terrible weapon. Weyland was just trying to make better xenomorphs with it, but you could just drop it. Dump it in a water supply. There's enough down there to wipe out every human colony. Weyland-Yutani's got to be on their way here. If Hyperdyne is too, things could get real bad for everyone caught in the middle. I know you've got things to deal with right now. I'm just worried about what happens next.
Bada bang. Guess we can't call you Boot no more, huh? Hell of a deployment. We found shit Weyland-Yutani spent a lot of time and money hiding. Ruins left by aliens that look like us. An orbital refinery used as a Xeno breeding farm. And a lab using tech from the ruins on Xenos from the refinery. We still gotta secure LV-895 in the alien ruins. There's Xenos and mutants running loose down there. Normally, we carpet nuke the place, ruins be damned, but Doc Hanukkah says that can make things worse. Spray that pathogen shit all over the damn moon. Near term, we're gonna hold orbit, keep this shit locked down. I'll bet my ample Marine paycheck they're on their way here right now. They'll send military contractors, dog catcher units, lawyers. Maybe they'll talk, maybe they'll just start shooting. But that ain't all we gotta worry about. Doc Hanukkah says some rival company to Weyland-Yutani sabotaged Palace Station. Whoever that was, if they heard his mayday, they might be on their way here too. Shit's gonna get real interesting around here.